Hi, my name is Deborah Bosley. I'm the president of Plain and the owner of the Plain Language Group. And I want to welcome you to our Plain 2015 conference. This is our 10th conference, which means that we're celebrating our 20th anniversary. We were thrilled when we received a proposal from Inez Bailey and Claire O'Riordan, who represent the National Adult Literacy Agency of Ireland, or NALA. What a perfect partnership, an agency that helps educate the public about literacy issues, and our organization Plain that convinces government and corporations that it's important for people to understand information that affects their lives. So I want to just start by thanking the following people for their tireless work over the past year and a half to make this conference a reality. From NALA, I'd like to thank Claire O'Riordan, Inez Bailey, John Stewart, Claire McNulty, Effie Ruth, and from Plain, Robert Linsky, Ruth Baldwin, Dominique Joseph, Sally Macbeth, and Neil James. Today, we have more than 250 delegates at this conference from 18 countries, making this one of the largest conferences we've ever had. And personally, I think the city of Dublin and the beauty of Ireland has something to do with the number of people who have come to be with us today, but also the extraordinary quality of the presentations that you will hear over the next few days. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few other people who have added so much to our lives and who are connected to Ireland. Van Morrison, for one. And Snow Patrol. Who knew? I had no idea. But I'm sure you thought I was going to mention writers. So now I have to. So seriously, Ireland has produced many of the greatest writers of our time, many of whom I've studied because all my degrees are in English. But when I looked at a list of all of the writers who have come from Ireland, it was just extraordinary. As an English major, I had the privilege of studying William Butler Yeats in at least 3 of my graduate courses. And Yeats had a lot to say about everything, but he had something to say that I think was so appropriate for what we at Plain and those at NALA do, which is, he said, think like a wise man, but communicate in the language of the people. I'd quote another of my favorite writers, Samuel Beckett, but he was an existentialism, and seeking meaning so early in the morning might be a bit difficult. But he did say, words are all we have. And finally, then, there was, of course, James Joyce, who said, the most important thing is not what we write, but how we write. And in my opinion, the modern writer must be an adventurer above all, willing to take every risk and be prepared to founder in his effort if need be. In other words, we must write dangerously. And I thought long and hard on that word dangerously. And I thought, why is it that we could say that what we write is dangerous? So here's my answer. Because chaos and confusion are loosed upon the world, and we are all committed to bringing clarity to the lives of citizens all over the globe, and frankly, that's a gloriously dangerous thing to do. So welcome to the conference. Enjoy your days. If you have any questions about Plain, feel free to ask me. We will also have a membership table available if you would like to join us in our organization and our endeavors. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Inez Bailey, and I'm the director of NALA. So on behalf of the Irish contingent, we're delighted to have our foreign guests here with us today. Met some of you last night and hope to meet the rest of you over the next few days. My job really, I suppose, is to start proceedings and chair our session this morning, and I suppose to put the focus on the theme of our event, which is really concentrating on the whole area of plain language for efficiency and effectiveness. And I suppose when we were thinking about the theme, Ireland, as you may have known, has gone through a bit of a rough patch over the last number of years. And it's been a great challenge, I suppose, for the country to think about how it can rebuild and reform itself in that backdrop. And we, however, have really tried to situate plain language and plain English in Ireland in that context of how it can be a contributor to a new period of development in Ireland, and we thought that a focus on that for the rest of the world would be a very useful theme for our event. So just to give you that backdrop as to why we've come up with that theme and focused it on it for the next few days. We have delegates from all around the world, which is very exciting for us here to see so many people from the United States, Canada, huge contingent from Norway, Denmark, Sweden, people as far though as New Zealand, Australia, Chile, Argentina. So you're all very welcome, and we're delighted to have you here and really interested to hear about your experiences.